Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, giving you guys another Pick 3 workout. And today I want to share with you the workout for Pick 3 Connecticut. Y'all pay close attention to when you see V shapes. And not just any V shapes, because you may see them on your 1-2-3 and your 3-1-7 workouts. But make sure, the big tip, that they're part of the hit. Yeah. So let's go to the very first example so I can show you what I'm talking about. February 1st, daytime, there was a hit of 893. Okay. Now, again, when you see your numbers, you're going to plug them into a 1-2-3 and a 3-1-7 because 1-2-3 may not have it, but the 3-1-7 may have it. Okay. So if you don't know how to count out any rundown, they're very simple. You're going to take your last hit and you're going to plug in, literally add each of those numbers down the columns. So for the first column, we would add 3 all the way down. So 3 plus 8 is 11. For your 2-digit numbers, only use your ones, place your 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Just use your 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Just use your 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, so literally, you know that you did it right if you start, the number you start with will be the number you end with. Then you're going to add 1 all the way down that second column and 7 all the way down the third column. Okay, now once you see your column in full, pay attention to the hit because you're going to see V trips. But are they a part of the hit? This is what I mean. Look at this. 893. Look at the V trip. 883. It's part of the hit. Okay. Sometimes they'll have both numbers. Sometimes they may have one. I'll show you those later on. Okay. But this is part of the V trip. This is hot for Connecticut. If you notice this with another state, let us know in the comments as well. Okay. Now, 338, 883. It's a false trip, right? There's some mirrors in there. Same number, just opposite of each other. That 3 and 8, look at that. Same number, opposite of each other. So when you hear that these are mirrored numbers, pay close attention, okay? Like your 0 could be a 5, 5 could be a 0. 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be a 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. Okay? So with that said, pay close attention. So we have our V shape and it is part of the hit. Okay. Now, generally when I see triples, I would say, hey, play the whole chart, right? 893, 100, 417, 724, 031, 348. Cool. However, there might be something that you want to pay close attention to. And that's going to bring me to looking on your left side. Sometimes right side, but I've noticed this with the left sides. Okay. I want you to look for the number patterns that have a mirror or double sitting under it. Now, let's look at this. You have a few numbers here. You have a 031. It does sit on some splits, but I'm talking about something that's either left or right side. Something I'm noticing. If you notice, this 724 happens to fall on the left side. What's sitting on top? You have the numbers 417, okay, and 962. Now, again, feel free. You can play all of those numbers. You may even want to look at those as triples that may hit, right? But it could be a little costly. But just something I noticed, just a little hint, I noticed that the number that's more likely to come out, not that I can guarantee, they're sitting on top of a double or a mirror on top. And this could be the 1-2-3 or the 3-1-7. So pay attention to that. Okay. You may even want to look at the 893 again. Why? Because the doubles on the right side sit on top of that number. That could be a possibility. 893 or 348. Because you got doubles here. Okay. So just pay close attention, or they may go under. If you notice, these kind of almost connect. Well, what happened? 714. Yes, hit the day on February 5th. Took a few days. but it did come out. Yes. Now, 2 plus 5, if we were to add this as a date sum, this is the month and the date. We add that together, we get 7, or it's a mirror 2, right? That would be our date sum number. Okay. If you notice on the left side is the date sum. So not only is it sitting on top, it's just letting us know, hey, this may be the day you may want to play those numbers sitting on top. Isn't that cool? Connecticut? Yes. Now, again, we're going to go to the next one. Again, I used both. I didn't just use the 317. I also compared it with the 123. Okay? Look at this, 036. Why do I need this to be important? It needs to be connected to the V trip. Okay? See here, you have the two numbers. Here, it's just the one number, but it's still in connection with that. Okay? You're looking for that hit to be in connection with the V trip. Now, watch this. Okay? All right? Now, again, okay, you might have wanted to follow up with, if you're looking at the left side, there's a 967 that sits on top of those mirrors. There's a 412 that sits on top of those mirrors. On the left side, okay, excuse me, right side. Right side, there's a 898. And there's a 343. But don't forget about the trips themselves, 888 or 333. Excuse me. Okay. Be careful. Why? Because 888 came. Yes, it did. Those 888s hit. Now, when did they hit? Remember, now look at where the 888s land. This is the date sum. 2 plus 3 is what? 5, or it's mirror 0. That was the date sum number. Okay? This was the date sum number. So Connecticut, y'all make sure y'all take good notes. Okay? I had something very similar to this when I was doing predictions a couple weeks ago for Connecticut. And I saw that there were hits coming, but I didn't realize that one little step. Guess what? It's part of the hit. Use your 123 and 317 to compare. Okay? Because it may not fall on every draw, may not fall every day. And as you notice, they don't come the next day. They may come whenever the date sum. So look for those numbers that land on top of it. Those could be your date sum numbers. Okay? Let's do one more before we close out. This one happened to be what? The 123. So we have the 714 that hit February 5th daytime. I used the 317. And I saw the 123. And I'm looking for the one that had the triple included in the hit. Well, if you look here, look at this 714, right? 1, but it's literally with the hit. That's what we're looking for, okay? All right, so once we have that, we're going to go to our left. Okay. We'll start there, but we can look at the right, and then we'll write down all the possibles, right? So date sum of 3 may lead us to a 219, or date sum of 8 can also lead us to a 219 or a 714. Okay, which that would be a repeat, right? If you're using the right side, maybe you think a date sum of 5, 837 could be hot, or 332 could be hot. Okay. Now, what if they want to get funky and play false trips? We'll put those down. 116, 611. What hit? 129. Where does it sit? Look at that. That's the date sum. Check it out. It hit February 6th. 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay. So be careful. Okay. Play around with this. Go back over the video a couple times. But yeah, this is hot. This is fire. So I hope that this continues on for Connecticut. I saw this a couple weeks back, but I missed the fact that I should have compared it, used both, and see what was connected to the hit. That was the missing thing I needed. And I'm so sorry about that. But hey, you know what? It's better now than later, right? So anyways, let me know how you're doing with this, Connecticut. And I will see you guys on the next video. Enjoy.